Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the third-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Buckeyes offense comes on the field first today. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team, really, orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. We can't wait to see what he does today.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. First and 10 play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Back to pass. It's Webb. Caught quickly. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
On first and 10, looking to throw. He flips it to the back across the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? The Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. The Ducks offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
They'll run it here. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. The Ducks will crank up the tempo.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Pass caught. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got. And the Ducks pick up enough yardage for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the left side. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Slides to avoid the big hit. The Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. So 2nd down after the incompletion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback keeps the football. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Webb. Running back grabs it on a screen. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
2nd down, they're going to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. In a big gain before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Getting set for the 2nd quarter here. Both offenses are searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the 1st quarter at all. Getting set here now for the 2nd period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. That run good for a first down. The offense still rolling. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Hold it.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. QB decides to keep it here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out into the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Tackle made after just a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
On the run, it's Patchett. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. To throw, it's Webb. Snags the quick throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness. Ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs. They did it right there.
Second and 10 after the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Important second down play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Second down after that previous play. Takes the handoff. It's Parkins. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Defense is coming after him. There's no one to throw to there on third down, and now it's a fourth down coming up. The Ducks will line up to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the ball is away from his own end zone. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Scanning the field, it's Webb. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick grab. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
That's reeled in. It's Hatchett. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. They wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. But he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, maybe hold him to 3.
They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Boy, it's 3rd and goal, Chris, and they decide to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the football. The defense comes up with this big sack. And as an offensive coordinator, I don't think it's a bad call at all, but you got to put more pressure on this quarterback to make quicker decisions to get the ball out of his hands much quicker.
Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today. To the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. And he's got his man open downfield. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He lets it go on the move. Looking deep. He's got it near the end zone. Close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Defense bringing out some big fellas, trying to stuff the run here. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they've got him. A sack on the final play of the first half. Good momentum with this defense heading to the break. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. 2 quarters down in the Big Ten Championship. A couple of incredibly worthy teams battling for their rightful place in the history of this great conference. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the exciting conclusion of the Big Ten Championship.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Buckeyes will kick it away to get us going in the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Play action here on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Receiver in motion now. Here's the handoff. 6-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 4. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Gets made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. A real shot to cut into this lead.
Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Pollock. Physical run earns the first down. And the Ducks looking to keep this drive rolling.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. And they keep this drive alive right here.
Second down play coming up. Handoff to the right side. And the freshman brings him down quickly. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Worked out at the 46, good enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Here comes a throw from the red zone. He bought some time, now lets it go. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And the quarterback keeps it here. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary, potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. It's Webb. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Handoff from the shotgun. Powerful running here. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
1st and goal, handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With the conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers, but, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
They convert the PATs, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, but still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. They got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Trying for a 4th down completion. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Tries to get it to the running back. Checks this down to the running back. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Now the freshman threw it behind the receiver. Off the mark.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The pass falls incomplete. A big 4th down stop for this defense. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the single back takes the handoff. Oh, there's the stiff arm. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the wideout goes in motion. To throw, it's Webb. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The Buckeyes pick up enough to get a first down there. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll run it to the left. Quick juke to get free. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Boy, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it on this defense every chance they get.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he's wrapped up after a solid return. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it fly to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Pollock.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys, and it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe you get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes the catch. It's Pollock. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. Looking to throw again. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. On third and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And they'll bring him down after a short gain, moves the football inside the 5. Offense looking to throw the ball, trying to extend the play. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Man, once in a while, a guy just makes a great play. This defense had nearly everything covered except for the quarterback and his ability to take off with his legs. This is a great scramble by the QB and a nice decision to pull it down and go for the touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make their crucial recovery. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And looking to throw now on first down. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the defense look slow that time. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. A big chunk gain of the first play of the drive sets him up near midfield at 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Throws it to the right. And he pulls in the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Pressure is coming. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. He's been shredding this defense with his scrambles today. Gain moves the ball to the 38, another first down. The pass rush closing in. Oh, they've got him for a sack. Trying to pad the lead here on the final play. The defense had other ideas. It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. We're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.